sweet dreams, just doing random things with my best friend. What are we doing? Look at this. Is that some spinach and lettuce?
It sure is.
Oh my goodness.
Blend.
Wow. And what the heck are these things? I've never seen this in my life.
Well, friends and family, today what we are doing, we are continuing our growth towards our homestead.
Huzzah! By doing
Seed sowing.
We're sowing some seeds using these voluptuous seed trays, some potting soil seed starter mix that we've had for a while and we probably need to re-moisten, and some seeds that we got at our local library.
The homestead is small still, so we're working with a 2-bedroom apartment with a very little porch. So what we got here, the setup is our coffee table that is also our dinner table.
Which we're gonna get dirty.
And a trash bag that we cut up to fit the extension of the table.
Yep, this is just a trash bag.
A little BMO baby for moral support.
Isn't that right, Bimo? Isn't that right?
And a random glovey, which I think we lost the other glovey, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we lost that somewhere.
I think we lost it at a farm that we volunteered at.
But we still got one and it'll be very useful.
Yep. So this is our first time germinating seeds.
Germinating seeds and seed trays.
You're seeing the raw footage of us learning and growing in just all trades of homesteading and things that we find valuable and fun. Dakota, you've already done it before. I don't know if you want to say some words about what you've done.
Volunteering on farms. It was around this time, actually, springtime. We were seed sowing small little tiny onion seeds. And if you've ever seen an onion seed, they're like super small. They look like mini chocolate chips. But we were using bigger seed trays than this, styrofoam seed tray, and we would dibbling. We'll show you how to do that. I've only done it like a few times. But you're using your fingers to poke holes in the soil right in the middle of the seed tray. Since the onion seeds were tiny, you don't have to make your holes that you're dibbling deep. You don't want to be like past that first knuckle, essentially. So you want to make sure that you're dibbling but not going past that first knuckle. And since we did onion seeds and they're very tiny, you don't want to just put one seed in there. We put like 3 seeds in the hole just to guarantee that some onions would grow.
Would you say for the lettuce and the spinach we need to put a few?
I don't know how small the seeds are. I've actually never seen a lettuce seed.
They sound pretty tiny.
You can plant them 2 times their width in depth. So if you look at how wide the seed are, you can plant the like 2 times deeper than that.
And would that just be with your little fingy kind of guesstimating how
thick?
thick?
It's not an exact science, but you just kind of like, you just poke like a tiny hole. For tiny seeds, they use like a sifter. So you're gonna sift soil on top just to kind of gently sprinkle it on the top. But you don't want to pack it because that, is not good for the seeds.
Bimo's testing out every little container. She's TSA checking it.
I fit in here nice. I'm a little seedling. And watch me grow. Important to note too, the reason why you don't want to plant those tiny seeds too deep is because they won't have enough energy to then sprout and break through the soil, essentially. So like they might have some growth, but they're starting to grow, but they won't have enough energy to actually like reach the top if you plant them too low. For bigger seeds, if you're following that sizing rule, you plant them deeper, just depending on the seed size.
No.
But anyways, that's neither here nor there. We're just gonna have fun with it. We're gonna give it a shot. It's not gonna be perfect, but hopefully we'll get a couple of little sprouts growing, and then we'll have our own spinach and lettuce.
Okay, I was gonna do a shout out.
Shout out.
Okay, shout out to our local public library that supplied these seeds. You just show up at your library, and I'm not sure if other libraries do this, but what is it called? A seed catalog?
Seed bank?
Seed bank. They have a seed bank. So check if your library has that. I should have taken horticulture. I thought it was too country, but look at me now. I see myself living out in the fields.
Yeah, me too.
That's my love. I think I want to start with this. I'm saving the best for last. So we have to hydrate this. We've had it for a while. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't know how to hydrate this.
Ooh, it's getting dusty. I think adding water in there little by little, because we don't want it to be like sopping wet, but we don't want it to be dry either. So as long as it's just kind of like, I'm gonna say the word that everybody hates, moist. Then I think it should be good. How does it feel?
It does feel a little bit cool to the touch. It's
I think
definitely dry though.
Yeah.
With the resources that we have, we're gonna figure out how to moisten this up.
Hold on, Bimo's doing something cute. All bundled up on the towel I wipe my face with.
Away in the manger, a sweet baby beams, asleep on the towel that my love wipes his face with, asleep and resting all peacefully.
Right next to the toilet where we poopies and pee. Amen. This was really dry seed starter, unfortunately, because I think we've had it sitting for like a year. So it's gonna need some more water, but better to put low amounts in there than over-watering it, because it's easier to add more water. Not so easy to take out water once it's in there.
Bimo's like, I was gonna lay in that container that you just filled here with dirt.
All right, I think this is good. Want to evenly distribute it into the trays. Eventually it'll fall into each. Now I'm realizing there are still some dry clumps in here.
But gosh darn, we're learning.
My gosh darn. So now all of them are pretty filled. In the end, we're gonna want to see all of our tray outlines. I don't want to pack it down, so I'm gonna drop it a little bit just to have it settle a little bit. It's gonna make a little mess.
Oh my god, it is settling.
You see it getting lower?
Yeah.
And from there, I'm gonna demonstrate dibbling. I'm gonna dibble the dirt. Do one of these again. Try not to hit Bimo in the face with a rogue piece of dirt.
This girl, she doesn't get scared with anything. I tried warning her. I was like, better go.
Now let's look at the size of these suckers. Very tiny. So I'll probably just take a pinch. And these don't need a lot of dibbling space at all. These are smaller than the onion ones. The pros will say match efficiency and speed. So obviously if you're out there doing this all day, you wanna be like boom, 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 going quick. We're not gonna do that because it's literally our first time. So I'm just gonna go like this, dibble. And that's basically enough. It's just like a little impression. Dibble, dibble. Probably gonna grab like 5 seeds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm just sprinkling them into the middle of the hole. And there you have it. So now, what are we gonna do? These are tiny seeds. We don't have a sifter per se. So I'm just gonna like salt bay this. Be like, Salt Bay. Beautiful. Put this in your kitchen, Gordon Ramsay. Just until they're nice and covered. Not too covered, just sprinkling over them. And again, if you have a sifter, even better. I'm doing it even lighter. I'm being probably overly cautious, putting no pressure down. I'm not pushing them in, and I'm not digging my hand down either. So that way I'm not accidentally scooping out all the seeds that we just put in there. But I think that's it. Now I'll give it like a gentle tap. Nice and gentle. This portion of the video is sponsored by Bimo. Could have been better, but again, could have been worse.
We're working with what we got and the knowledge and skills that we have at this point in time.
That is a full seed tray of lettuce. And what we need to do is water it. We're gonna put it up here. This is where we're gonna have our seeds growing.
It's me next for the spinach.
Bimo, that's the dirtiest spot ever.
She kind of fits within the square of the dirt. All hail Bimo-chan. All hail Bimo-chan.
Bimo-chan.
Bimo-chan. All hail Bimo-chan. Bimo-chan. Bimo-chan.
All hail Bimo-chan. 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 All hail Bimo-chan. 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 All hail Bimo-chan. 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 All hail Bimo-chan. 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 All hail Bimo-chan.
Angela's turn.
Yee! I recall like seeing on the interwebs people bashing on people like gardeners. Well, just like people who were doing like things like that wearing gloves. They're like, it's just dirt.
Yeah, you don't really need them. But if you're new to it, no shame.
La 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 la, making a science volcano for my science class.
It is looking a little bit more moist. Speaking of moist. It's fun to play with it in between your fingers, isn't it?
It is, it feels nice.
Next part of the process.
Okay, next part is you transfer it in here. Yeah, and if you guys are kind of like how I was, you've never really done this but have wanted to do it, I invite you to give it a go. Even if it doesn't work, even if nothing grows, you can learn from that as well. Don't be afraid to try, because I know I was afraid to try for a while. And now we do the stomping, letting it settle. And then putting a little bit more. So the seeds here, pretty ovular and small. They look like rocks.
Those are closer to the size of onion seeds. So yeah, just don't go past your first knuckle. Whoa, Bimo, what you doing there, little girl? Get your soft little pudgy belly. All right, next step. So for those, the holes are deep enough that she can just kind of pinch the top there and close the hole, and they'll be good. And voila. And then she's gonna give like a tiny little tap. She's just cleaning the surface off, nothing vigorous. That's the spinach. Good job. Not too bad, right?
Not too bad. Transfer to here.
So we got our lettuce, we got our spinach. We just got to give them a little bit of water. I think we have to cover them too because it will retain the water. It's like a mini greenhouse essentially.
Each one gets 1 drop of finger water.
That's gonna take some time, isn't it?
Stimulate the rain. Y'all's comment, what you guys think of our watering system? Sponsored by. Okay. Woo, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what comes of this, but mostly what it means. It's like we're starting. We're starting with at least this part of the homestead.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be nice. 5, 6, I don't know how many years from now. Probably gonna have more white hair, gonna look older. But I'm like, listen, welcome to my garden. It's gonna be like full of just lush green and just a bunch of veggies and fruits and stuff. Either that or just barren land. I'm like, I could never get it. I didn't have a green thumb. I don't know, like either or. Cheers to our learning journey here on the Nest Homestead.
Cheers.
Support her college studies by commenting down below your favorite Bimo moments.
Bimo's happy you're here on this little corner of the internet. It's like day 3 of the seedlings growing. We already have some sprouts. My wife has made quite the discovery in our little spinach patch. So we're gonna open her up.
This is our spinach patch.
As you can see, here are some of the sprouts.
Ow! How
TLC.
big are these gonna grow?
We got ourselves an actual spray bottle. I like to believe these little totem thingies that we put help them grow, as well as this pollinating little bee.
We got our sun, we got our rain, we got our weather control, we got our soil, the seeds, companions, pollinators. Have a nice little symbiosis, and that's what we have here.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
This is this year's crops.
Yep.
Oh, this is such a beautiful find. I was not expecting this.
A nice little honeybee from our beehives buzzing away. We like to call this one Jeffers. You're doing great work, Jeffers. Keep it up. Oh, Jeffers, you are just so adorable. Oh, I think it wants to sting us, actually.
Not the bees! Ah! Out of my eyes!
Good morning to everyone. Good morning. We are on day 8, I believe, and the spinach has grown so much. I am so surprised. I'm kind of just letting it sink in as the moments happen, but the spinach has grown so much. Let me show you guys. 8 days, and this is how much has grown. The lettuce is a little bit behind, which I'm not sure, maybe lettuce just grows a little bit slower than spinach. But the lettuce is slowly growing. There's like a few sprouts. So we'll see how those go. I kept a little journal here, and I have the time that we turn on the grow lights and the times that we give it water, just to kind of have a log for next year when we do this again. So I can figure out what we did right, what we did wrong, and kind of compare and contrast throughout the years. I don't know, we're really excited with how this has gone. We do want to ask in the comments, what do you guys typically do? How we can do it better next time? Really, the systems that we have is turning on grow lights at around 7 or 8 a.m. and giving it a good spritz of water, and then closing it until around like 10 at night, because I think we saw online it said it needed about 15 or 14 hours. We'll be doing our own little research as well. Just curious to see what others do. Thank you for watching if you've come this far, watching this little journey of growing some veggies, our first set of veggies. Really happy to have you here on this corner of the internet. If you find it interesting or enjoyable, please give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more. We'll see if we can give you guys more updates of what happens with our spinach and lettuce, and I think we're gonna try to grow some of the herbs as well. Not sure, still figuring that out. Get it, I know you're shedding like crazy. And we'll see you guys next time. Yee! Bye! Oh my gosh, there's so many hairs. I'm gonna lower the camera so you guys can see Beemo baby. She's a bear. No, Beemo. Beemo, let it go. Say bye, Beemo. Beemo, say bye. Full of hairs everywhere.